Luxury Music представляет.
It's the one and only Eagle Double G. You know I'm mobbing with the D.R.E.
Yeah. You know the West Coast is back for all you suckers. So put something in the air. Put it in the air. Yeah. Suck.
DJ Neutrino in the mix.
Welcome everybody here live to your coverage, coming to you live from Kiev, Cybersports Arena. We're here in the wonderful Ukraine doing Quantic versus iCCup, your lower bracket first, a final. One of these teams has to end their run here at StarLadder today, and well, one of them, the winner, will face up against the loser of our last match tonight, which will be VP going up against Quantic, and that is what is in store for you today. 2 games of Dota coming your way, and of course we're going to start off here, game number 1. Try load into the game. In fact, hopefully when that last spectator loads in, we will be good to ready to rock and rumble. I'll be solo today, but you know what? I'm joined by thousands of people here who are ready to watch an awesome game of Dota. So let's get ourselves into it. iCCup, Dire side for game number 1. Quantic over on the Radiant side for game number 1 as well. Quantic, of course, we saw them yesterday. They do have their stand in black. I don't know if they've actually got the camera. Let me just jump over there right now. The camera over on the main stage. So there's all your boys from iCCup. A little bit of a reshuffle of chairs. Resolution decides to be down a little bit deeper in the line today. But on the Quantic side, we do have Soshka. He is here supporting his team, completely bandaged up, but he is most definitely here helping out his team. And, well, we're going to start off with the banding stage here from iCCup, but it already looks like Quantic, they want to play a little bit of hardball right now. They ban out the Prophet, and iCCup answers back with banning out the OD. So it looks like, once again, we're going to see that Wisp or Batrider slip their way through the pool. It will really depend, though, how much Godblack wants to play with this. He's the one with the first pick. He is the one with the first pick, so we'll be happy to let this Wisp get through. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's just going to ban out something like a Trim Protector, or the Batrider will work too. And this puts the ball in Resolution's court. At this point, he's actually staring down the Darkseer as far as the bans go. But you know he doesn't want to let that Wisp through. But his Curse not even going anywhere near it. I think he wants to. Yeah, he's going to ban the Pugna here in this first set. He's really tossing it up. That now, I think actually we just 6 chiming in. He's not really 100% sure that this is what should be happening here. And he's going to go back. He's really not sure. This is Resolution thinking about playing with fire, and he most definitely lights it. They give the Wisp to Quantic, and the Darkseer will go into the hands of Resolution. Here in the mic's having some fun times again, so let me just double-click a couple of things, and hopefully the mic is fixed up. Don't know why it keeps doing that. It always happens like this. But, yeah, the stream should be okay again now. So CK Wisp will be the combo coming out for Godblack. And then Weaver and Tree Protector will be that lineup for iCCup. So the Tree, I thought he might try to ban him out, but he kind of wanted to go up against the Tree as opposed to Batrider. But this Tree Protector Weaver lane, we've seen it time and time again. iCCup like it. iCCup love this kind of thing. Lets him run a nice aggressive long lane with the Weaver. Of course, Weaver won't matter if he's got living armor or not. With the nerf to the living armor of Tree Protector, makes it a little bit more difficult for Weaver in the early stages to do this, but at the same time that works. Like, what's CK going to do? He needs to have at least his level 2, so he's got a Bolt, as well as having his Reality Rift. That way the Tether Stun can work, and he's got a follow-up stun. That's enough time to hold Weaver in position before he's going Shakushi away, and enough time to hold him in position and do the damage. Obviously, we're trying to couple the two of them together. Because without that, Weaver will just Shakuchi, go Invis, and then he does need sentries or another kind of controller. And we'll see if Godblack, if he wants to do another kind of controller. We saw the Wisp come through yesterday, only in one of the games, and ended up being part of an aggressive tri-lane of Alliance. Worked out quite nicely for them. Uses a buff-up style hero, but this is the combo style hero now. This is all about finding Wisp his high level, which means CK Wisp want to go on that bottom lane for Quantic. Safe lane farm, and then they move out to kill. This also opens up our question right now of what Quantic's going to do with their lanes. I was having a chat to Black just before this game. I was like, hey man, what's up with the anti-mage? He thought, yeah, we're going to be playing a push strat. And then Godblack's just like, what do you want, PL or anti-mage? He's just like, what? No, that's not the way it's supposed to work. So I'm hoping that they find a better space for Black right now. Chaos Knight wouldn't be bad, but it wouldn't be the best position for him. He hasn't played with Quantic Gaming a hell of a lot. In fact, as far as Black, he plays with so many different teams, so many different Germans. He was basically called absolute stand-in, that he doesn't have really a lot of experience with these guys, which is the interesting thing. That there is no experience with them. So I'm just having to just click a couple of things because it appears that certain things are popping up that shouldn't be popping up. So I fix these settings. Alright, okay, we're good. Hopefully they didn't actually show anything, so it should be fine. So, Gyro, Ben out here from iCCup. So they're still feeling here, the Quantic Gaming. Well, Gyro could have gone for that middle lane, but it's quite possible that iCCup are just assuming the Quantic are going to run an aggressive tri lane. That was something else which we talked about yesterday. And we started saying about the way the Quantic Gaming could function with a stand-in like this. They're such a synergy-based team. They've got to work so closely together. So the option is just to run aggressive, strong tri lanes. They like to have these living armor style lineups where you just have a throwaway hero on the top that has living armor, so he's going to do half decent. Middle lane then gets OP'd because you can't stop it, and then they find their farm at the bottom, and then they roll over everyone at the time of their choosing. But with this lineup, Black, he likes to farm. He can do it solo. He can do it in a group. Either way you look at it, he likes to find farm. And this is going to force him into an off-lane position. They might just throw him on a lone druid long lane. That'll be where I got a feeling they want to throw him. That way he can pull with the bear. He can do all his stuff that way. I think my raw feed for the stage started to freeze. Are we back again? Yeah. I was wondering why that wasn't moving. Quick refresh. There we go. We're fine. DK going to be the pickup here for iCCup with Enigma as well. So a huge amount of team fight is what they're looking for. Weaver gets to be the slippery sucker through it. Luckily for Quantic, they got the best team fight control they could find. Puck. Big silencers, plus his Dream Coil. Can hold everybody in position, but you got 3 heroes from iCCup where getting a BKB wouldn't be beyond them. Lincoln's Field would be what we would like to get first, but Enigma BKB, DK with the BKB, both would be looking for that. But iCCup are missing one major thing, initiation. A DK with a Shadow Blade could do so, but they need a way to get themselves in, tight and close, and now Quantic, okay, so we get Wisp and we get Coddle. We get classic Quantic. We get classic anything Dota, really. This is just Quantic playing safe. We got Pucks in the middle up against a DK. Have to get the timing right for Funzy, making sure those phase shifts don't destroy him. AKA, got to be careful of the breathe fire of DK. But we're still missing a long lane hero for Black. Unless they do give him the CK. But Funzy, actually, they could still give Funzy the lone druid and say, Funzy, go play the long lane. There's no problem with that whatsoever. iCCup, they're not looking to come out of the jungle right now. They're not thinking they're going to get pressured. With a Coddle, maybe that would be the choice. You got a Coddle, CK, Wisp. If iCCup go full on farm and put Enigma in the jungle, Treant Protector pulling, and then just leaving Weaver on that top lane, or it could just be a safe lane farmer. Could be DK, could be whoever. Then you're in trouble. Because what are you going to do? It's just so much farm, but you got nothing to contest in an early fight. Lich going to be removed here by Golblack. Just a bit more of a precautionary thing when you got such a big team fight style, and Resolution does take out that lone druid. Oh, is Windrunner really going to be their selection here? It'll give him an off-lane hero, which means Weaver would be their core. And their main farmer. It's what Resolution's trying to sell to his team right now. But if they do this, they're going to find themselves in a really sticky position because Windrunner, it's great to Windrun away, but you've got a Wisp that can go anywhere on the map. You'll follow Puck, high maneuverability hero as well, and all of them capable of either stunning or controlling that Windrunner, even with the Windrun. And as far as laning goes in the early stage, it's going to be iffy as well. Windrunner's not going to get anything on that bottom lane, so it's going to be Weaver on that lane. So is it Windrunner in the middle lane up against a Puck? Not a bad combo, actually. Leave the DK on that top lane. Let him just do normal farm. No need to go for the early bottle. Then Rune contesting, where you got Orb to move, but you also got Windrun to move, and yeah, Resolution's going to do it. Windrunner will be the pickup, and Golblack doesn't waste any time whatsoever. Bounty Hunter is their final selection. They put Funzy on that mid. They're going to put Black onto the CK. I'm going to put me into a casting box with a, yeah, an overlay that works with our overlay. Oh, what an iCCup. I love it when they use Fluffy. Devourer of Weeds. So, I thought they might have put DK on that top lane, but they're not. It is going to be Resolution going to run him as a bottom mid hero. That means down the bottom lane, Mag, the Windrunner, heading south. And that puts Fly into the jungle as the Enigma. 5 clarities, so he's now coming out there for a while. Puts Jackal onto the Heart of Farmer as the Weaver. And we just 6 supporting Tree and Protector. Down to the bottom lane here. Black will be the Chaos Knight down here. He'll be supported. Silence going to be in the back of him saying, don't worry, man, I got your back as this Wisp. I know what you need, and I'll be there for you. And that puts Goldblack then onto his Keeper of the Lions. Good to see him back on that one. He had the chance to play it yesterday and gave it to one of his teammates, and it didn't feel right. And now it's going to feel a hell of a lot more right with him up on that Keeper of the Light. It puts Bucky Mad onto this long lane. Bucky Mad, he's actually done this a couple of times when Quantic first assembled. They're trying to work out their roles, and they really switched themselves around a hell of a lot. Bucky Mad went from carry to jungle. I think he even went mid-solo at one point, and long lane was where he spent a little bit more of his time, playing a couple of times Enigma long lane. In this case, he'll take the Bounty Hunter, will instantly say hello to Jackal, and all he wants to do is just snipe the rune out. Living Armor's already there, so Bucky Mad, there's no point to attack him. And Jackal, he knows he's in for a little bit of a run on that, but doesn't spawn there. It's Windrunner on the bottom lane, and Silence kept to tether himself away. They both attack each other quickly and then just get away to safety. But Bucky Mad's not going to have an easy time on this top lane. Observer wards go down, so they'll see where he's going to come in and out. And Jackal already with Sentry Ward, so who is expecting someone to come up here with a Sentry Ward to keep tabs on him? But not going to happen. Instead, he's going to have to use it just to counter up the Bounty Hunter. Windrunner, they can't gank him. Quantic, they were grouping up for a short period of time, just trying to use this little region here in the Fog of War to attack on Mag. They've already got the Observe Ward watching it. But Living Armor allows Mag to be very aggressive. And now CK, has he got, there's a stun, 1 second only on it, but they get the Tether Stun as well, and the Illuminate Mag goes down! Quantic spills the first blood. They were waiting for it, and Windrunner, overconfidence, coming the way of Mag. He really thought that Living Arm was going to help him more, but remember the nerf to it. It's only 4 charges at that level 1. We just sick. He can't keep it up. And that gets the first blood and Black. What a time now, up to level 2. And this makes this lane almost impossible for Windrunner to be on. And she has to do, we've seen Demon do this a hell of a lot in EG games. Just pull, stack, and farm this up slowly. Any experience you can get from this, you try and do it. So when that push finally will come on the tier 1 tower, you'll at least have maybe 2 levels up in Power Shot. Maybe if you're lucky a level in Shackle. But this push in the bottom lane won't come. Black is an absolute expert at holding. Just fooling with the creep wave a little bit there. No, we got a quick problem. Got a quick problem. Looks like Skype just crashed for one of them. So just a very quick pause. And we get ourselves back in. There's Valat and Kasper. The 2 Russian casters. So Ukrainian casters. We call them Russian casters because they cast in Russian. But they are most definitely Ukrainian. If you ever call a Russian, Valat a Russian, he will present you with the Ukrainian flag. And that's not a way to get free Ukrainian flags. It doesn't work that way. Believe me, I've tried. He'd never give me a Ukrainian flag. Such a disappointment. Alright, good to go again. So let's count it on down. Funzy versus Resolution. How's that middle lane looking? 5-2 up against 6-1. Actually not too bad for Resolution, considering his bottle's only just arriving for him now. He's already been keeping up well with that CS. Breathe Fire already up at level 2. Funzy, because the safeguard thing with them. They both level up their nukes. One's though a very slow moving orb. And that's something which will just frustrate Funzy, especially when Fly does this. Seals the DD rune. That's going to help with his jungle progression too. Something which we haven't been looking at is the fact that even though that first blood happens on bottom lane and Mag is not getting much as far as levels and farm go, Fly, he can move through that jungle so quickly. A little bit surprised he doesn't have as many items. In fact, really surprised. Like, he's 11 for 1. He's already burnt through 4 of his clarities. And he's only got, like, okay, so he's 12 for 1, but that's with the help of the DD rune. I think something went wrong with one of his clarities there. His progression should have been a lot more efficient than that. Because he doesn't have his soul ring now. He must have lost a couple of conversions or got some really bad camps. See, moments like this, so he gets the replicate out and then has to micro them back again. This camp's execution's fine. But something else must have gone wrong. Because that should have been it. I'm not going to say it should have been his soul ring by now, but with that many clarities being used, you would think you'd be at your soul ring at that point. Obviously not the case. Oh, nicely done by Mad. This is really good experience for him on this top lane. Just ran it back past the tower. and lap up the experience. This is going to be his level 4 too. Just trying to lose the aggro to make sure he can still get these last hits in. But he's running around with Boo's poor man shield because he was pulled a little bit there by Goldblack. But the fact he's able to pick up his Boo's and his poor man shield already, he's going to be so happy with himself. Getting some good CS, 12 for nil, and this is something they're going to lock down. I just haven't locked down Black. 24 for 11 on him. Approaching level 5. Mag shows himself in that lane now. Quite happy. Oh, wait. Mad? Why are you so low on life? Dire Observer in Sentry Ward. That's the reason why. He should be able to not get ganked up in that top lane, but invis detection can be a pain. And Mad trying to come in to contest the rune again. Enigma did it for iCCup last time. And it's not going to spawn top. Resolution waste this time, but Mag. Oh, nicely done by Silent. Beautifully done by Silent. Denies the regeneration rune. Tethers himself away to safety and wastes Windrunner's time again. Windrunner 4 for nil. This Wisp, well, with the help of Goldblack, this is where Wisp just is able to get such high levels. Uses Spirits to help clean off the camps. Goldblack will throw out his Illumina and then just chakras up Silent and gets all of his mana back through that anyway. It was very simple to do. Mad. This is what kind of screws up with the progression of Fly. But Mad's spending a little bit more of his time on the lane. Or is he? Oh, Mad. If he gets this timing right, I think he just wants to kill. He wants to kill in Resolution. But that means that Funzy's going to hold him in position with an ulti, and he doesn't have that just yet. He needs his creep wave to die first. And Mad's, yeah, he's going to run out of this invis. That's why he has to run inside the tree line, puff it off. There will be a little bit of a puff. That little smoke effect can be seen if it's in the neighborhood. But if someone was actually having vision of that. Oh, Bucky Mad, is he looking to farm a conversion? Yeah, he just takes the conversion, says hello. It's a good thing for him. Fly doesn't have a level 6 just yet. We've got the two Horse Riders on the bottom lane, Black and Goldblack. They're staring down this bottom tower, and Silent wants to initiate in. Spirits come up. There's your Reality Rift into a Tether Stun. 3 seconds on that Chaos Bolt 2 and the Illuminate. Living Arm will give him a little bit more life here, but not enough to survive. Quantic now up 2-0. Goldblack taking a lot of damage. And he'll just have to back up a little bit more, but he's still got a set of tangos there. And more than likely, he'll just buy up his Tranquil Boots. Or he might skip it. He's got a lot of money on him, so he might just go straight into the headdress. Give it a little bit more power to that push of Quantic. Top lane. Fucking Mad, not looking too healthy. And Jackal trying to continuously find him. He's still got Sentry Walls if he wants to plant one back behind the tower. The Gemini attack will take a little bit more life of that bounty. He doesn't have a regeneration form. Or form of regeneration. Put the words backwards. Funzy. Man, life is just so hard when you're trying to control runes. Observer Ward sees him, but these jungles and side lanes really been doing some tough work. Smoke for an Enigma. Gank time at level 6, I'm assuming so. He's got his Soul Ring. But he needs help. I don't know who he really wants, though. Living Armor's not really going to help him. Mad is still living life very much on the edge, so that's going to be his regeneration. Picked up a bottle for that top lane. Considering how little rune control there's been from either of these teams, there's always been these snipe-offs. I'll be very surprised if he can really make the most out of that one. But maybe he can once Whisk gets his level 6. And this is where Goldblack tries to help him. Stacks up the camps, use Illumina to take care of most of it, and then let the Wisp Spirits take care of the rest. And give as much experience to Silent as possible. And with this last hit in the Vulcan, he'll pop level 5. Getting closer and closer towards that danger time. And Black's ready for it. He's already a 4-3 combo. 4 in the Bolt, 3 in the Rift. And that Rift range, 650, is already huge. And the tether will go wherever you want it to. Fly, getting revealed here in the mid. He's still looking for an opening. Just, I'm not sure exactly what he was intending and achieving with that. Walks in range of the tower, shows himself quite clearly, and Quantic, all they got to do is back up into their own jungle. There's no way anyone will want to dive that deep into the Fog of War. Bucky Mab. It's not level 6 just yet. Then you'll see that gank on top lane. That'll be the first target here of Silent once he gets to level 6. Pull through failed. That's frustrating for him. He's kind of going to stay in the lane now with Black. Black still farming up. But they need to gank up Jackal. His CS is almost rivaling that of Black. But you see, this is the reason why Black is such a great stand-in. Like Funzy, I mean, Soshka, he's a fantastic player. There's just something about Black's farm that is just so superbly controlled. Top tier 1 being attacked, and there's your track. No Wisp ulti still, though. But it's high movement speed for Bucking Mad, which means he can chase down very easily if Weaver wants to come in range of that tower. And that's why Enigma also rotates up here. They want to bring down this tier 1 tower. Black now 4-4. But yeah, Black's control, which I'm talking about before, is in his denies. 29 denies on that bottom lane. Top tower does go down. But these 29 denies, it destroys Mag's experience. Even if he wants to stay in the lane, he gets 33% of the experience if a creep is denied. Melees get 66%. But Windrunner hasn't denied a single creep, so Black's got the full experience from all these creeps on the bottom lane. Silent hasn't even really been with him. Now that pull-through will work this time around. It's not going to be his level 6, however. It's going to bring him close, but not close enough. Middle lane, Bucking Mad, rotated in. Looking over towards Resolution, so Puck going to drop the ulti. The track is off as well. Orb to fly, but Living Armor and the Illuminate. Living Armor just gives him so much more tankability in this lane. Not to mention he's a DK with 2 points up in Dragon Blood. But that's not going to help him when CK rotates, especially when CK... Black's almost picking up his armlet. He's in the perfect position, and Wisp has level 6 now. They found one. They found Mag a little bit further out. And Bucking Mad's going to see him. Back into Invis. Mag should have seen that. Track is up. And the question is going to be, Resolution deep here. They could Wisp ulti onto that high ground if they decided. This is just dangerous for iCCup. They don't know Wisp is hit level 6. That's the reason why they're moving in the way they are. And the Spirits will just go and they'll just gank the old-fashioned way. No ulti required. Just a quick run in. Reality Rift not working. Had to pull Resolution back in again. Funzy, there's your pull back in. Resolution to ulti form. Big Shackle. Big hole. Black and Bucking Mad. They're both caught. The Illuminate, though, hits on all 4 of iCCup. Black is still alive through all of this, but they did lose the Bounty Hunter. And they have to retreat. The conversion army is there. Spirits are in. Silent. He try and pull him back out again. There's a run in. Funzy phase shifts away. Jackal 2 seconds on him. He couldn't get the kill, but Black, he's locked in. 14-1 charges there, and Wisp only pulls him back. They're in range of the tier 1 towers. There's no problem with this. Gold Black will give him a covering fire Illuminate. If iCCup fight this, they will lose their lives. So they back up. They only got one. They picked up Bucking Mad, but he's back here with a vengeance. Searching for Jackal. Can attack and track. In fact, tracks first, just so he does a Shikuchi faster. And Mousebots go back to this tier 1 tower. That fight. Treant brings Bounty. Keeper of the Light kills Mag. That is a perfectly acceptable trade for, well, actually Quantic, because they still had a track goal kill there, which gives them the advantage and the tier 1 tower, and they didn't, well, they actually did use the Wisp ulti to get themselves out. Didn't use it to initiate, though. And that just shows that Quantic isn't scared just to fight the old-fashioned way. Like we always say, hey, Wisp TP everywhere across the map and just destroy everything. But in this case, they're also happy to fight man-to-man. Just run in there. Bounty gives them the extra vision they need, so maybe not, well, a little bit of espionage. Overall, Quantic with that fight managed to regain the gold advantage by taking out that tower, but the advantage is still the way of iCCup. And that's just because of what Enigma brought them. Enigma brought them a lot of farm. He's almost going to bring him a mech. In fact, now, full mech. That'll be him also having to rotate down towards the bottom lane. Are they trying to find someone here? Jackal. Finding the Wisp, who was doing a bit of a pull-through. Power Shot helps take care of the rest of those neutrals. While Black on top of that bottom tower. Now with Phantasm available, he could be picking up his armlet if he wants to. Funzy. Oh, he saw Jackal. Just around the corner. Not silencing, but he's just trying to force Jackal to Shikuchi. Waste a little bit more of that mana. The closer he gets him to 150, the better. Because he throws bugs, he throws Shikuchi. You're losing 160 mana right there. And that's going to bring you to a point where you cannot time-lapse. A Wisp ulti in the middle lane. Resolution. The ulti from Fun's going to hold him there. He's into Dragon form, but only 2 seconds here on the Chaos Bolt. They need a Tether Stun to happen again. 6 seconds, supports on the way in. Now Tree Protector throws the ulti. Resolution inside the pit. Wisp ulti will pull out. Actually, no. He leaves him behind. He leaves the CK. Puck going to go down. Black still wants the kill. He's still got his Phantasm as well. 3 seconds still over on Resolution, but now it's Quantic. They're falling apart. The